Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today we're doing the sashing and cornerstones and webbing of the New York Beauty blocks together. So I'm all excited. Now, what I did with the scraps, other than the really big scraps that once I cut my sashing and my cornerstones, I cut them all up for log cabin sizes. So I was missing oranges and purples and greens and those. So I figured, okay, now I'll just throw those in there and I don't have to deal with any more scraps. So this is all the scrap now that we have left. But before we get into this, Leana at the Pastry Queen Farm Adventures. You guys got to go check her out. She has some wonderful ideas, and she has said some lovely things about me as well. So you guys go tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore has given her a shout out, okay? And give her some love and encouragements as well. Our next sew along that we're going to do is going to be on Wednesday, and it's after Quilt Bingo is done. Like, you know, there's like 3 or 4 episodes in between, and then we'll do Twinkle Twinkle. And Twinkle Twinkle is going to be a fun sew along again, and it's a mystery. And what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you save your strings, because you're going to need your strings for this one. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but you know, like it is going to be a harder one, but save your strings. So Twinkle Twinkle is after Quilt Bingo, right? So Mini Monday is back after we do a few episodes of other things once the New York Beauty are done on Mondays. And we've got some changes coming up with the Mini Mondays because we've had all sorts of viewer requests for it. And it's like, okay, we'll go back to some Mini Mondays for a while and, you know, we'll see what happens. But we're going to do some English paper piecing. We're going to do some foundation paper piecing. We're going to do some small piecing on Mini Mondays. It's not just going to be about foundation paper piecing, but we are going to have some fun with it. Also, our Zoom sew dates are in the show notes below. Saturdays, the first Saturday of the month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada, and we have a great time there. So you come join us, and if you don't have any sewing that day, bring your crocheting, it's fine. Also, making comments, sharing, liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, all of that helps our analytics and helps push our videos forward so more people get to see that we're giving away a whole bunch of fun free patterns. And we're having a good time over here, I think. Anyways, we also have a Facebook group. It's warm and welcoming, and it has a virtual sewing room hosted under Discord. And the ladies or the guys, the members that are sewing in there are just having a blast. They're having a great time. So it's something to check out. We also have lots of different kind of community chats. We do fabric exchanges by country. We just have all sorts of fun in there. So if you're part of the Facebook community, please come join us, right? Also, I speak for free, and I am getting a second speaking engagement ready for the end of December of 2025. So if you guys have booked me in the past or would like to book me, either message me through Facebook. I am quicker there than email, which you will find under the About tab, right? So in the YouTube channel, the homepage, under the About, you'll find my email address. Also, shout outs. If you guys see somebody that's having fun and, you know, presenting different and fun, great ideas, please pass their name along. I would be happy to give them a shout out. And we'll just see what we can do for them, right? So, yeah, it's, you know, email, Facebook. Facebook is faster. I have a hard time sometimes getting into my email. It's finding the time to get into my email. So, I think that's it. We covered everything. So, come on in. Let's get to the sewing of the New York Beauty blocks. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, and what you're going to need to do the sashing and cornerstones is you're going to need 20 5.5-inch squares. Now, I cut 6 orange, 6 green, 7 purple, and I'm just going to lay them here so they're close, they're at hand. And then you're going to need 31 2.5 by 12.5-inch pieces for your sashing, right? Now, there's so much going on in this quilt. I decided, okay, we got to do this a little, you know, not so crazy. Oops, hang on. Oops. Now, so what we're going to do is so we're going to lay out the block first, and that is right like so. There. We're just going to start this off first. Now, I'm flipping it like this because I'm webbing. I'm going to teach you how to do some webbing here, because webbing becomes such a powerful tool in your arsenal, especially when you want to keep your quilt a certain way. So I laid out my blocks the way I wanted them, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. It'll be fine. And we decided we were going to just play around with stuff. So the first one is your top cornerstone, and I've laid all my blocks out the same way, so they're all going to be orientated the same way as well. Now, orange can touch orange as long as it's not the same orange, so I decided I could do that as well. So I don't have a lot of rules when I do these kind of sewing, other than, you know, let's get it done. Okay. There we go, and we're just going to line up right to the end. Now the next one on this first row is a cornerstone and a sashing. Once you see the second round that we're doing, you'll be able to see this right away. Ooh, this is going to touch. It'll be fine. Okay. Now this goes down this way, and okay, wait a minute. That goes this way. Then you take your time to line it up because it just looks better. It looks better. There we go. Oh, what's the matter? Why is it doing? Oh, it got caught. Okay, just keep sewing. Keep going forward. I even oiled this lady last night and it's starting to sound a little rough. Maybe it needs to go to the spa. It might be overdue for a spa date. But that's okay. Alright, now, the next piece is this. Oh, yeah, that. And one of these. There we go. Let me just put in all the... I gotta say, I had fun cutting these up because it was just like, wow. Okay, and this goes down this way. Ooh, maybe I should go a lighter green. Hang on. I should go a lighter green. Oops. See, you can sift out stuff, right? You can push stuff wherever you want with this because it's your sashing and your pile, and if you don't like the color, you just move the color. All right, so this goes this way, and this comes this way, and now I've got a light green against a dark green. It's not so crazy. There we go. There. Now you got 4 rows and 3 columns, right? So that, okay, this goes here, and this comes out. There we go. Yeah, it's you just keep working towards this, and once you get this row done, then you do another column, right? Column of color, and this is green, I guess. Oh, we'll put this in here. There we go. We'll go like this. There and there. There we go. Wait, did that one have a green one? No, it did not. You kind of want to make sure that you get them good, well dispersed, all the different, because I've cut both darks and lights and mediums in my sashing. I want to have them kind of like scattered randomly throughout, because that'll fit the quilt the best. You could also just use one color, you know, that would go. That's also another benefit of just, you know, you go make it happen, right? And we're going to put this down and this. There we go. And that is the end of the first row. Okay. Now, pull all of this back. There. And if you had a leader ender, you would put it in there at that moment. But now, what you're going to do is you're going to lay this out this way. There. And you're just going to work on cornerstones and sashing. That's the only thing you're going to put down here, is the cornerstones and the sashing. Let's get this all laid out again, because, all right. So I want green. There we go. There. This does add a bit of extra fabric. I don't want that color. I want... Ooh, I could do purples. Ooh, let's do a big purple polka dot. There. And then you put that on top. Just like so. Now what I did is I put all my stay stitching in to get the blocks ready. I measured them all, made sure they're all 12.5 inches. And yes, they're perfect. I did my stay stitching for where it was paper piece along this edge here, right? I don't know if you can see that edge there. Like this edge here was all stay stitched so it doesn't distort. There we go. There. Now, the next one will be this. There we go. Okay. So this area here was all stay stitched. Then I peeled everything, right? Peeled off all the paper because I just felt it was getting in the way, right? And also that paper, even though it's, you know, you're using a thinner paper or whatever, it still creates a lot of extra weight in your quilt when you're trying to assemble it. And sometimes we do not need extra weight. We need anything but extra weight. There we go. Because all my blocks are measured 12.5 inches square. The sashing and cornerstones are just going together beautifully and making this such a easy quilt to put together. So, oh, I can do this. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I did this. I'm going to do this. No. Okay, we're going to do this instead. There, I know. Make up your mind. I want these colors to be like kind of all over the place, so this is why it's so crazy, I guess. Okay. There. There we go. I will put a picture in the YouTube channel for what it looks like when it's all done, so you guys can see. Because I imagine you're like, Okay, I don't get this. Okay. Here we go, and yeah. Let's see, let's put this, no, let's not put that in. Let's put this in. This one will go. Oh, yeah, this will go. There we go, and there, and a purple. There. So this column here, we're just about at the end. We got 2 more seams, just this one seam and a little seam. There. Was just all sashing and cornerstones, right? Now the next row is going to be blocks and sashing, right? That'll help us move this along, okay? Oops, this way, this way. Okay. So I'm going to put this down first. There we go. Yeah, this webbing is just such a nice way of doing it. Once you get all your columns and rows done, you know, once you get all this set up, then it's just a matter of sewing the other direction to get your rows. And it's just so easy to do. This becomes very easy to do, very easy to work with as well. I'm just gonna, and I put my batiks, I mix my batiks in with my regular fabric. I like that. I like the look of it. So that's okay, I can do that. There we go. And if you don't like the look of batiks, or you don't like to mix them, that's fine too. Your sewing room, you do what you need to do. Okay. There we go. And we'll just move that on top. There we go, and we'll get, this purple. Oh, no, not that purple. This purple. There we go. I get another crazy purple in there. You can get some beautiful, very intense, beautiful colors, right, when you start adding your batiks in with your regular fabrics. Okay, let's get this baby here. Here. So it doesn't matter if the purples touch as long as it's not the same purple. That's the only rule. The colors can touch. Orange can touch orange, green can touch green. That kind of thing. When I'm putting my sashing, as long as they're not the same color, then that works. Okay. And I'm going to put this one in next. Here we go, and just pull that across, just like so. There. There we go. I'll put that down, just perfect. Here, just move that over just a hair. Lift this up. Okay, now I'm going to pull this one out because I think I can. Yeah, why not? There we go. And the last big block for the row or column, I mean, sorry. There we go. And we'll put a purple one in just because we can. It'll be fun. There. There. Now. Oh, I ran out of bobbin. Oh dear. Hang on. Oh no, I ran out of bobbin right here. So, oh, okay, now's a good time to cut because I ran out of bobbin quite a ways ago and all my pieces have now fallen onto the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right here, fish out my pieces, and then I'll get back to you going the other direction, okay? Sorry about this. Okay, now that we've got all the columns done, we're going to start doing the rows. Now, basically, everything now is hooked together, right? So you can see which way you're going and what you're doing. So I'm going to take these and press to the sashing, right? So the cornerstones go out. The cornerstones get pressed back into the sashing, and the sashing gets pressed out away from the block. And that way, I'm going to have some perfectly nested seams. Just let me get this all done here. Hang on. So I'm going to have some perfectly nested seams, and hopefully get some really great stuff going here. So just take our time, line it up, turn on your light again because there. Now I also like to cheat a little bit and clip open so I can really get in there and make a good nest happen. You want, oh, why is that doing that? Oh, this thing needs a spa date. There we go. There. Get this off, this end off. Yeah, the rest of it came together pretty good, but it had some issues all of a sudden. It was like, oh my goodness. So now we're doing the rows. I might not show you how we all do them all, but so the next one you go to, this goes away from the block, this goes out. There we go, just like that. Yeah, maybe this baby does need a spot date. Oh no! We have 3 to film today, so this baby has to get through 3, and then we'll definitely take her for a spa date because, wow. And you just keep nesting. everything works. Everything's going to work now. And I just clip ahead just a bit. I can even clip all the way to the end if I want, which I will, because this is going together very quickly. There. Now I was thinking, this machine actually sewed combine canvas. Not at this speed, mind you, but when I was a kid, I watched my mom fix my dad's canvas and on his combine with this machine, and it was like amazing that something that thick and heavy could go through this machine and just get all the little stitches it needed to, and everything went together so wonderfully, and I was just quite shocked at that. And there we go. Line this up. And that's our first row done. That quick. Now you're going to take this, and you've got your next row here, and you're going to take it and just start shaking it out so that the row will fall. There we go. Naturally for you. There we go. This is what I mean by webbing. You know, this is a no-brainer now, putting this together, because you don't have to really think about where it's going to go, right? So you clip between. This is getting pushed into. Oh. There we go. There. So you just get it all the same way. So all the same way. There, we get nice little tight nesting on all those cornerstones. There. Now, some people say you could just sew it together. You could have just sewn this together, all on its own, and it would have been fine, right? I mean, you know, when you give me sashing, I just want to make it a little bit bigger. Because great babies grow, you know, and this way they have something a little bit bigger they can take into their big girl or big boy bed, and it's you know, it stays with them a little longer, something familiar for them, you know. And there. The only thing I'm really not even struggling with, I guess, is getting the cornerstones all matched up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna clip this and the last one as well. There we go. There. Make sure it doesn't fall and pull. What is with the problem here? It's not lying flat. Oh well, it will. It will. Trust me, it will. There. There we go. Another plot and nest. This is actually my favorite way of putting quilts together. Because it's quick, right? It can be very quick. You know, like, the fact that you're watching it, like, well, yeah, you probably think, wow, this is really tedious. No, it's not. It's very quick, actually. a very quick way of doing things. And if your blocks are a little big, you know, because sometimes blocks get out of sync with what's going on. Always put your bigger piece on the bottom. You know, that's the bigger, like the bigger on the bottom. And that way the feed dogs will do their work, their job, and actually feed in the fabric correctly. That's always something. Ease it in. Okay. And again, just take it, the next row, and just shake a little bit, and you're going to get where the next row naturally falls. And there it is. There. And then you start all over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going, and then we'll get to the ta-da moment, and I'll show you. Because you're basically going to keep repeating this of, you know, putting this way and that this way, and it works out great. Okay, so I'll show you how I managed to get it all together at the end in the ta-da moment. But so, all right, you guys take care. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so this is our big ta-da moment. Ta-da! Okay, so we're gonna just lift this up so you can see all the blocks. Hopefully you can see all the blocks. Yeah, okay. We'll have a better picture on our the YouTube channel once all the borders are on. But yes, so I am going to put next week. I am going to put a border on it just to give you guys some tips on how to put borders on again, because I think everybody, you know, there's a couple of people that ask how they can get away from that wavy border and, you know, having too much border and all that stuff. So I'm going to give you some tips on that, and hopefully it'll be fun. It'll be fun to do. So join us next week for the New York Beauty borders, and until then, I hope everything is going absolutely fabulous for you in your sewing room and in your life. So take care and stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey, and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life, and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life, and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye, and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.